Welcome in, my glorious human. Mia here from Spiritual Society. I can't wait to do this reading with you. Someone who cheated to get ahead, fame, or gain notoriety at your expense is in trouble. Ugh. Oh, this is a big one. A lot of feeling, a lot of emotion coming up. Try to do your best to sort of clear that out for a second. Let your energy just open up and relax. I'm prepping 3 glorious decks. Each of these decks is so insightful, so good. And I have 3 different crystals, so I want you to start to feel pulled towards one of these 3 piles. Pile 1, we have pile 2, or pile 3. Let your intuition open up. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. And when you are ready, make a choice right now. Hello, my gorgeous lavender deck. Okay, I'm going to pop this moonstone right here. We are going to dive right in. I can't wait to get started. Someone who cheated to get ahead, fame, or gain notoriety at your expense is in trouble. So let's see what we have. What is going on? Now, I'm going to plant our top card right down in the center. We're going to come back to her later. And let's go ahead and pop into the rest of this deck. So we have already shuffled. She is really ready for us. But I want to go ahead and here we go. Okay. I'm thinking one more card back here, which is actually our bottom card. Fabulous. Oh, let's do one more. Here we are. Okay. This is what we've got to get us started with. So let's see who this person is. So we've got a lot of information coming in. And we'll get to this information a little bit later. And let's see where we're starting here in our lavender deck. We have the moon, secretive, which is secretive. It is keeping things in the dark. It is keeping things hidden. We have the 9 of wands, which is a little bit broken, a little bit hurt, getting back up. We have the 5 of cups, looking back, regretting, maybe not seeing what they have. The 5 of pentacles, 2 5s in a row, 5 of pentacles, which is a pretty painful little card here, which makes sense with what we've got going on. We have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, interesting. And we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay, so I'm feeling like our person is possibly a masculine energy. I'm feeling that over here in our Knight of Pentacles reversed. So I am feeling that there's some, I'm sort of working my way backwards a tiny bit, but I am feeling like there is some looking towards where you are, what's going on in your world right now, who you are, who you have become, that you have become this fierce, fiery, passionate, intense, incredible human being, that you are sitting in your seat of power at this very moment in a way that to this person, like it's kind of making them squirm, just who you are and how you become who you become. That they have done you wrong. They have put you in a place that was secretive. They didn't give you all of the answers. They did sort of, manipulate the truth. They were in a place that's led them to a place that looks like there's a lot of deep regret here. It's led them to sort of a valley of like, ugh, very karmic circle making its way back around. And I'm feeling like this person is not in their, strength. It's somebody who tried to appear to be really like grounded. Maybe they tried to appear to be wealthy. Maybe they tried to appear to be in their strength, to be somebody who would show up, who could be consistent, but they just weren't. They weren't consistent for you. They didn't show up for you. They were not in a good grounded financial position. They really misled you as to who they were and what they had and what was going on for them. And that you are now in this glorious space, that you've really grown into a really strong version of yourself. So I am seeing this hidden energy that secrets were kept, maybe lies were told, things were kept hidden. And that, that there is this aspect of like, from this position, you had to really rebuild yourself. You had to come back from something. You had to restart. You had to regrow. You've landed in a really strong space, but that wasn't a given. You landed in a really strong space, but that's because of who you are and how you have grown through this process, because you had to rebuild yourself. You had to stand up out of this. You had to become a stronger version of yourself. You had no choice. It was that or just stay laying down or stay hurt, stay broken. And then we have these, two fives next to each other. So really I'm seeing these as both of you, that you were in a position that was hurt and that was in a position that you really had to come back from, where you were looking back at the past. You were seeing what was lost to you. You were seeing, it was hard for you to look to the future. It was hard for you to look to the present. But also this other person came into this cyclical spot where they ended up being in a place where they sort of lost it all, where they really became poor because of this. They became hungry, they became starving, they became like out in the cold because of their actions, that they actually ended up karmically putting themselves in a place where they felt like they'd lost everything, including you, and then had to watch you grow into who you've become right now. Ooh, and they still are not in a good spot. So they are not in a place of like, oh, I'm in growth and transformation and I'm in a good spot. Oh my. Well, this is really interesting. So let's go ahead. Let's see what else we need to know about this. So before we turn over this main lavender card, I just want to see what else we need to know about this. I'm going to go to our gold deck. I do want to just ask some like questions about you and what's going on in your world and in your life. But first of all, I really just want to know anything that we might need to know about this person, about this cycle, about what happened here. If there's anything that's coming up that's really relevant for you to know, that's going to be important for you to get closure on. Okay, let's just start with these three cards. So here we go. Getting started with our we have the Knight of Swords upright, we have the Page of Wands reversed, and we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, okay. So I am seeing this person wasn't completely inauthentic. So I do think that this person had these moments where, like, yeah, they weren't able to hold it together. They did come off as like a different person than who they really were. They did try to like pass some stuff off, but there was a part of them that genuinely wanted to move forward. Really genuinely was, like in this place where it felt like, oh, everything's going to be okay with this. That, like maybe if I just have this momentum and I'm moving forward and things are moving fast, that feels good. And I do genuinely want to, like, I have clarity about this. I know, it feels like this person had some intention of where they were going with you that wasn't completely nefarious. Like there was like some part of them that really, was sort of like in this genuine momentum of moving forward. That there was a way in which maybe they even tried to communicate certain things with you, but also that they, that message didn't come through. So, maybe they sort of didn't try very hard, but they did try some, and that message didn't come through. It wasn't clear. It wasn't acknowledged. It wasn't, but it was there. There was something there. So that is something. And we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So with the Four of Pentacles reversed, I feel like, I do feel like this person was really projecting this vision of themselves as, holding things to themselves or keeping things, from you, not being open to giving and receiving. But there was actually this part of them that really did want to be giving and receiving, that wanted to be not withholding. And they were really withholding. They really were keeping things from you in a way that they didn't want to be. They were doing it, but they didn't want to be doing it necessarily. So it feels like their intentions weren't as heinous or as horrible as, we could feel that they possibly are, based on the way things have sort of played out and what actually transpired. I just want to keep pulling cards about what you need to know about what happened and if there's anything else you need to know about this person. And then let's transition to some questions about you and what's going on with you. Oh boy, we have the Chariot. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles upright. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed here in our lavender deck. And we have the World. Oh, well, this is really interesting. So actually, Okay, well, this is really interesting. I want you to really dip into your intuition here because this feels like something that's really important for you to have intuitive hits about. I want you to see what intuitive hits come up for you when I just even say this. Take a look at these cards, these 3 cards, and what you feel immediately when you are just looking at them and taking them in. First of all, we have the Chariot, and the Chariot's a very momentum-driven card. It's very fast. It's very action-oriented. The Knight of Swords as well is a very momentum-driven card. It's very fast as well. We also have the Knight of Pentacles, which we had reversed here. They were giving you the impression of someone who is steadfast, someone who shows up, maybe who somebody is financially successful, someone who has this, this ability to really be there for you. This feeling of being sort of like a rock. They gave this impression, but they weren't really following through on being that person. They weren't actually that person at all. And we have that Knight of Pentacles popping up now in its upright position. We also have the World popping up in its upright position. The World is a transitional card. It's a card of leaving something behind, letting a door close and a new door open. It's like the turning of a chapter or the beginning of a new book. And we have the Dancer figure in the center here. It's like figure of sort of dancing through it all. It's a really beautiful, great transition. So this is really interesting to me, these 3 cards coming in on this same question. We got some answers about like, hey, their intentions weren't necessarily as terrible as they played out. They definitely played out very poorly, and this person karmically really got the universe gave them a little hey, I'm gonna tap you here on this one because things aren't going to be very happy for you right now. You're going to feel that. But their intentions weren't as bad necessarily as the way that things played out with you. But they also knew better and should have done better. Like these aren't the actions of a responsible person. This isn't somebody who's genuinely making it, come together, or being transparent or being super honest and open. Like that's not what we're seeing here. We're seeing sort of half-baked desire or intention to not, withhold things from you. But it does look on the other side of things that, if this person is making an entryway back into your life a little bit, you must be very careful for sure. There's definitely stuff that is played out that I would look to your intuition on. But it does look like they're showing up as a new version of themselves. So it does feel like it's possible that their energy is making its way back around towards you. This is, again, I would personally shy away a lot from saying that you should give them a second chance to be a part of your life. Because if somebody has already lied to you or kept things hidden from you, they've already shown you who they are. And I would say that's very wise to be careful. However, these 3 cards make me feel like maybe they are showing up as a different version of themselves. And you can let your intuition be your guide on that. I'd love to hear your comments about it if you're like, absolutely not. This person, no. I had to rebuild myself. I had to build myself up as this person. I'm so glad I am this strong, fiery human being now. But I don't want to have to revisit anything that brought me down to the place where I had to rebuild. And which it looks like you really did. And that you were also had a chance of being stuck in something that was stuck in hurt, stuck in the pain, stuck in the past. That there was a possibility you might not have gotten stronger. You may not have built yourself up to the place that you are now. So, I really want you to tune into yourself and what you're feeling about this. But it does look like they might be re-entering as a different version of themselves, that they are not that same old person, that they've actually learned to become the person they were trying to project being before, that they were unable to show up as, with a lot of momentum, with a lot of action, with a lot of strength. And that this is possibly a new chapter for them. This could also just be a new chapter for you. That doesn't mean it has to be a new chapter for the 2 of you together. Whether this was an old romantic relationship or not, or some other type of relationship, whatever that is, I think that it's, important that this could just be this person is transitioning in their life to actually be a different type of person It's possible, and it's possible that you are transitioning into your life away from all of this, where you're letting it all go and you're just going up to a higher level and transitioning to a new space altogether, and possibly away from this person. So there's a lot of information coming in there. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, because that's really big stuff. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to pull, first of all, an oracle card for you. Just some divine guidance on you, what's going on with you, what you should lean into. Not necessarily regarding this person. It could be regarding the situation. Dream and journey. Dream and journey. And I would also say this makes me feel like journaling too. To dream, to journey, to move forward, to write it down, to create. It just felt like, write it down in that rhythm. Maybe this is a good day to turn on some, like go into your music account and like do some drum songs and see what pops up, and then just dance around to some drum songs. Say words out loud, write some things down while you're doing it. Let yourself dream out loud. Let yourself, visualize and see what comes up for you. Really let the rhythm take you over. The rhythm is going to get you. Feel free to listen to that song as well if you want to. You can go either way with that. Okay, I want to pop now into, I actually want to stay in our lavender deck for just a second. And I want to pop back into our lavender deck just to see if there's anything you need to know about your personal growth within this whole situation, because it looks like you've gone on quite the journey yourself. So I'm going to pull 2 cards for this question, and then we are going to pull over our main lavender card and just see what that card is about, since it's relating back to this. And then I do want to veer off and just take a look at you. Oh boy, hi. We have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the King of Swords. So the 10 of Pentacles, okay, so I'm asking if there's anything that you need to know about this whole situation in regards to you. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, these are both super strong, awesome cards to pull. And this really tells me that what the cards are saying are that, like, hey, this has primed you and set you up to be in a place of receiving. And even if it felt horrible, even if it felt awful, even if it felt like it wasn't what you ever wanted to go through, it feels like where it has landed you, the transition that you will be going through, is one that is opening you up to a place of receiving. Perhaps you have already been receiving. Perhaps you have been receiving intense, like joyful, and I say joyful on your end, really getting into your Queen of Wands energy, masculine energy, because this is fierce energy. This is very grown up. This is grown adult man energy, or masculine energy. Just really like sitting in a seat of knowing, power, clarity, understanding, owning their own truth. Just really pretty great. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is this abundance. It's all of this stuff coming in. Now, the 10s are cards of completion, rather similar to like this transitional world as well. It is a transitional card. It's a card of completion, the ending of something, the beginning of something. It is also a card of abundance, generosity, generational wealth. It is just like, hey, things are pouring in. Things are going to be pouring in for you. It has opened you up into a spot for like financial abundance, success, but also I think really abundance of what you value in this world, and abundance in like the feeling of family, abundance in the feeling of like having this masculine presence by your side, really bringing in some strong, it feels like very strong romantic energy. I'm going to pop our moonstone right here. Ooh, loved it. Really diving into your intuition with that moonstone. Now we have the Page of Pentacles upright. We have the Page of Wands reversed over here. And this really tells me that, hey, the things that are coming through for you, like the things that are really, like you had some funky stuff going on here where like, yeah, they had like a little bit of an intention to tell you something. And that may have played with your mind a little bit. That maybe like you felt like you just missed all the signs with this person, that you had trusted, that you had believed, that you had been in a space, you weren't reading the signs that they said they were giving you, that they felt like they had like been trying to tell you. And this card is telling us that like those messages were not picked up by you, and those were very half-baked messages as well. It's not something necessarily that you would have ever picked up on. And that is kind of insincere of them, of this other person. And this tells me that this has really put you in a space that like clarity is really coming in now for you, that you deserve and you are getting the clear messages that you are asking for. This whole situation has landed you in a space that is like just dumping messages on you. It is giving you insights. It is giving you downloads. It is saying, hey, you need to know this. Hey, this is important information. Hey, here's a sign. Hey, here's a sign from your intuition. Hey, here's a skin prickle. Hey, here's your hair standing on end. Hey, here's an actual written message. Here's a text message. Here's a DM. Here's a, like somebody putting it into words for you. Here's an action-oriented message. Here's a, like you are going to be getting all the messages that you need, and that the universe is really going to come through for you in delivering these messages. But also it's just that they're really coming in because I think there's a part of you that's truly asking for them now. That you're truly like, you're not willing to be like, hey, I just missed it. Hey, I just didn't ask enough, or I didn't go, I didn't wander down the rabbit hole when it showed itself to me. Okay, I'm going to go to our old trusty deck, and I just kind of want to pick our old trusty deck apart a little bit, just asking about you. What's going on with you? What's going on in your world right now? What is it that you need to be ready for? Is it this person coming back around? Is it somebody new coming in? This feels like a new energy coming into me with the King of Swords over here. It feels like, oh, something really big and bold and new is coming in. That really, to me, feels much bigger and much better and more fun than what feels like could be coming back around from this old person, even if they do show back up again as a different version of themselves with more action, with the characteristics that they had been trying to portray before. Now it kind of feels like, oh, that might not be enough. Like you might have a new transition with this person in a way that's like, hey, I can forgive them, I can move on. But I think that like it looks like some bigger, better things might be coming in for you as well. So I do want to take a look at that. What bigger, better things could be coming in for you? Just what do we need to know for you? I don't even need to, I just wanted to see what our old trusty deck has to say about what it is we need to know for you and your heart and what's going on in your world right now, whether that's what's coming in or whether that's something else. Let's see what else we have. I am feeling, ooh, something right in here. Okay. Hi. Okay, so our old trusty deck coming through, which I love. Hi, my Queen of Cups. So we have our Queen of Wands, first of all. We have the Queen of Cups over here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy, I'm gonna love this. We have the Six of Wands. Okay. We have the Magician. Okay. Oh, come on. We have the Sun. I'm loving it. And we have the Two of Cups. Okay. Let's start at the beginning, what we need to know about you. First of all, I just want to say that the cards are showing us that you've been through some really tough stuff. You've been through some hard stuff. You've had to rebuild. You've had to regrow yourself. You had possibility of getting stuck in the past, never moving forward from there. There was some really like hit or miss moments in there. You've really grown into an exceptional version of yourself. It's really showing all these beautiful things that have come out of this really difficult, like possibly very horrible situation, where things were kept from you, things were not what they seemed, there was not the transparency that you should have had. It wasn't all bad intentions, but it certainly played out poorly. It did not, it was not the grown-up version of what should have happened. And we're really seeing that, like, you doing all of this work that you've done, it's led you to a really good place. Our old trusty deck is saying, hey, you have really gorgeous things coming for you. We've seen it already with like, hey, what's coming out of this? What's coming out of this situation that happened? What do we need to know about what's coming out of it? Already great things coming out of it. The Ten of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. Happy about it. Love it. Taking it. Now we also have the Queen of Cups. Our old trusty deck is saying, hey, there's more for you here. Just so you know. And I think that our old trusty deck is saying, hey, This fieriness, this queen energy feels like queen energy. It is fiery, it is passionate, it is optimistic, it is creative, it is out of the box thinking, it's growth oriented, it's unstoppable, it's moving, it's, you know, going in a goal oriented direction. It is, you know, like passionate and purposeful. It's wonderful. That's energy that you're sitting into. There's this pairing of this other energy, this softer energy that you also have, because we're never just one thing, you know. You also have this Queen of Cups energy, which is very much your queen energy. You have your queen energy and you have your queen energy. This is softer. This is, oh, I'm going to let it flow to me. I'm going to receive it. I'm in this very feminine energy. I'm in my emotions. I'm in my feelings. I'm in my divine intuitions. I'm in this space of ebb and flow, and I move with the energy as it comes towards me. And I'm sitting in my softer era as well. So you have this like fiery, you know, like bold self, and you also have this softer self coming in as well, that you have this other energy coming up to greet you right now, which I think is something beautiful. And I feel like the cards are saying, hey, lean in, this is great. And the cards are telling us, hey, you also, like, with your heart, with your life, with your soul, with everything that's going on, things are about to start feeling really good. Maybe they are already. There might be a part of you that is already like, whoa, ho, ho, dang, I am lucky. How did I become this lucky of a human being? How am I so lucky? How is this my life? How is this happening right now? I don't even know how things are so good. How did this become like this? Because this is wonderful. This is remarkable. This is where I am. This is where, you know, things are. There's this turn in the bend, like, coming up for you, that's either already here or soon to be here, where you feel like life is coming together for you. Everything that you really wanted is showing up. We have and that's really just a sign that you are showing up. I mean, you really are showing up in the world and in your life and for yourself. And the universe is seeing that and is like responding in kind. The Six of Wands, really, all of these cards are so good. I love this. This is my favorite pull. I love pulling all of these because this is just like, hey, by the way, what's coming for you is so good. Like, I know you've been through some hard stuff and boo, that stinks, but yay, look what's coming or already here. The Six of Wands is a winning card. It's a winning energy. This also tells me you might be moving into your confident era. This might be a time where you feel like, hey, I am dripped out in confidence. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can handle. I know what I can do. I know that I can face anything that is, you know, coming around any bend. I know that I can handle any situation. I know that I'm innately a winner and that I'm gonna win. That's just innately who I am. That's a part of the fabric of my being. That is just part of who I am. I show up in this world that way, and that's where I am. There's nothing that can really shake me from that path. We have the Magician coming in right after that, which is a master manifester, and that doesn't surprise me at all. This energy is so on par, in line with all of this energy that's been showing up. Absolutely. That confidence, that matching of your energy, of your intuition, your emotions, your fire, your passion, your moving forwardness, the gratitude that you're having, the feelings of like, whoa, everything in my world is like coming together the way that I want it. All of those things coming together are putting you into an exceptional space of manifesting what it is you desire. So if there are things that you have been working on manifesting for a long time, start really pushing those to the front of your mind, because this is the energy, this is the time, this is the moment. It is coming. Here it is. Like, this is, you know, brush that forward so that it's ready and primed. Make sure that you write it down in your journal today, while the drums are going on in the background, or Gloria Estefan, the rhythm's gonna get you, it's going on in the background. Write it down. Write down what it is you're manifesting. Hey, universe, this is what I request to come in. Hey, universe, I would like your help with bringing this in. This is what we're doing. This is the mission. This is the goal. And I know we're gonna get there. I know what's happening. I'm already feeling that energy. I'm so grateful for it. I'm sitting into the emotions of it already. Like, I'm in this master manifesting, and it's happening. The energy's already moving for you. We have the Sun coming in right after that. Like I said, love these cards. The sun's one of my favorite cards. I love this card. It's so optimistic. It's so bright. It's so powerful. It's so energy turned on, light switch turned on, full energy pack is a go, like full, like sunflower energy, bright and sunshiny and lovely and optimistic and innocent and joyful and just yummy. This is all of the things we love about the sun. Being, you know, on our skin, being out in it, being growing what it needs to grow, doing what it needs to do. It's powerful. This is powerful. There is a powerful time coming for you that is easily optimistic, that is easily like fully energized. Energy management might be something you take a look at during this time of your life. Like, how do you make sure that you're only fostering this good energy, that you're just sort of filtering out and turning off the things that dim you down, that you're not taking in anything that dims you down, that you're really fostering and protecting your sun energy, your brightness, your shine, what it is that lights you up, that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel happy to be here in this world. Now we have the Two of Cups coming in after that, and this definitively feels like romantic energy to me, that this is like, hey, this is kind of like the Lover's card in the Minor Arcana. This is a card of great communication, of being on equal footing. The cups get into feelings and emotion, being like very similarly yoked for like, hey, we have the same amount of feelings for each other. I really feel like this is saying something that is more symbiotic than you've ever experienced is either now in your world or on its way into your world. And it does definitely feel like it is a product of all of this energy that has transpired in your life and in your world, that you just have accumulated, and the momentum just keeps carrying you into something better and better and better. And this relationship is part of that, and it feels strong. It feels like it has soulmate vibes. It has the potential for something that grows into something even bigger, but it's also just absolutely like on an equal footing, which is beautiful. It's not one person who loves another person that's, like trying to pull them into a bigger relationship, or where the timing's just not right, or this is like, hey, we're showing up here at the same time, in the same place, and that's beautiful. Okay, I think we need to dip back into another oracle card. So I just want a little more advice for you from our beautiful oracle deck, and let's see what we have. So I'm getting, here we go. There we go. We have protect and shelter. Let in only those you trust. Ooh, I love this. Protect and shelter. Let in only those you trust. And I think that is an important callback to our original person that we were asking questions about. Don't let this person back in if you don't trust them. If they come back knocking back around, it's okay to forgive. It's okay to even, talk, but make sure that you're letting in only the people that you actually do trust. Protect and shelter is popping up for you. I would really love to hear if you plan on doing a little drum circle for yourself, turning on some drum music, journaling, writing things down, saying some things out loud, requesting some things from the universe, bringing that master manifestor energy back up for you. If you know who it is that I'm talking about, if you feel like they are making their way back into your life, if they already have tried to come back around, what all of this energy feels like to you. Now, we have some serious queen energy going on here. So for our emojis today, I would like you to drop 2 crowns below, for sure. Queen, that fiery queen, and that very feminine, soft queen. Just pairing those 2 things together, because you're entering a space that is incredibly powerful, and I would love to hear about it. Also, please love this video, like this video, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I would love for you to subscribe. I'd like to pull 2 last cards for you. So I want to pull 2 last cards from our old trusty deck, because she's just so smart. She's so smart. I love her. Okay, let's see what she's got for you. So I'm sending you off with a little divine guidance from Source, from your angels, whatever you ascribe to. And this is what those two guidance cards are giving us. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Star. Beautiful. So the first thing I'm seeing here is with the Two of Wands. Now I'm immediately reminded of our Two of Cups, which we just pulled. That was the last card we pulled. The next card we pulled is the Two of Wands. So I am immediately like drawn to this, that I have a feeling this Two of Wands card is connected to our Two of Cups. So it does feel like this card is saying, hey, if you want to move this along a little faster, this is a card of traveling. This is a card of sort of getting out of your usual. So if you've been thinking about traveling, if you've been thinking about going somewhere, maybe you've been meaning to visit someone, maybe you've been meaning to go to, like this, this little day trip that's, 2 hours away and you keep meaning to go and do it, but you haven't done it yet. Or maybe you keep meaning to go abroad. You want to, I've been dying to go to, this exotic location, and I keep looking at it, and it's the backdrop on my computer screen, and this is the time. This is the moment. The cards are sort of like encouraging you. Yeah, this is a great time and moment to travel, and this might have something to do with this person. Maybe it's the first thing that you guys talk about. Maybe it's where you meet them. Whatever it is, it feels like it's like there's the little piece of these two things connected. But this also can mean really traveling if you're like, no way can I take time off of work. No way can I, travel within your daily life as well. Go to a different grocery store. Just try to do something really unique with yourself. What is something that you've been meaning to do? Maybe you wanted to do like a nature collection. You wanted to do something that felt really adventurous and different, but you've never done it. You wanted to make a piece of artwork out of found things in nature. Well, here's the time. Now's the moment. Maybe you wanted to take a new class. Now's the time. Here's the moment. Anything that feels like it's traveling outside of your normal avenue of life. It just takes you to a new place, new coffee shop, new spot, new place to walk, new dog park, new yada yada, anything. Just really sort of mixing it up. Maybe it's one thing a day that you mix up. Maybe it's one thing a week if you're strapped on time. But really putting that in there. Then we also have the Star coming up, and I think this piece of divine guidance is really saying, hey, shine your beautiful light. This is, you are so exquisite. You are so unique. You are so vulnerable. This is normally, she's naked. I cover her up for YouTube, but there's a vulnerability here, and an essence of her just really being who she is, not hidden, not covered up, not trying to be something else, just really being who she is, just really being yourself, letting yourself pour out into the world who you really are. This also, I think, is also sort of saying it's really important for you to take care of yourself at this time as well, to really nurture yourself and nourish yourself. Like, self-care should be a really high priority in there. You should be treating yourself with the kind of respect, with the kind of care, with the kind of attention that you deserve, and that you are requesting for the universe, the world, your partner now, or your future partner to lavish on you as well. So really letting yourself just love on yourself, care on yourself. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, I'm going to see you so soon. You have some homework to do. I can't wait to hear about it, and I would love for you to leave detailed notes below. But also, I know this is that's asking a lot. So if you just want to say, hey, love you, I would love to hear that as well. Okay, I am sending you so much love and so much light. Packing it all in and offering it all up to you until I see your precious self so very, very soon. Mwah. Mia. Hello, my lovely blue deck. Oh my goodness. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Ooh, I can't wait to dive in. So someone who cheated to get ahead for fame or gain notoriety, your expense is now in trouble. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and pull our top card and our lovely crystal off the top. And we're going to take a look at what our blue deck has to tell us about this person, what's going on, what we need to know, what is important, what's coming up here for maybe just your peace of mind, maybe for moving on, maybe for something else. We're just going to see what we have. And maybe you have a feeling already of who this is. Maybe this is something that's been causing you some sleepless nights. Maybe this is something that's really been wired in your energy field. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so starting off here, we have the Star reversed. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the World. We have, Eight of Cups. And then we also have another seven. So we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. Okay. So here we go. So somebody who cheated to get ahead, gain notoriety, to get some fame. Let's take a look. First of all, I think that this person, I feel like this could be in your energy. That this person made you suddenly feel like you were no longer seen. You, like, everything about you had just been shut down. Like, your essence, your shine, your glow, everything just got like, like almost like I don't even exist. Like what you have done, what has happened between us has made me feel like I am not a person, has made me feel like I didn't take care of myself when I should have, and I didn't even know that I wasn't taking care of myself at that time. It made me feel like I was not seen, I was not appreciated for who I was completely taken advantage of. My vulnerability was completely taken advantage of. I just gave and gave and gave, and somebody else took and took and took in order to get ahead, in order to move their bottom line is the thing that sort of comes up in my mind, but I don't really mean it as like move their bottom line, but move their, move themselves forward. The Hanged Man is what comes next. And the Hanged Man is really interesting because this feels like this is some part of you. This doesn't really feel like this is coming from this person, that there's this part of you that has sort of moved back. Maybe you haven't been as vocal as you used to be, or you haven't been as vibrant as you used to be because of this interaction with this person. But there's still so many beautiful things coming about from this new space that you're in, that you're being more intuitive, you're going inside more, you're taking your time more, you care less about what other people think, you care less about making other people feel okay or appeasing someone else or making them feel like I don't want to offend you, or I don't want to have a boundary for you because I don't want you to feel like it's not okay. You're taking your own side more. You're letting yourself be in your own space, and you're claiming that space for yourself more since this has happened. I'm also seeing, because this is really interesting, because the first things that are coming up are really things in your energy. They're not necessarily things I'm seeing in this other person's energy that are just like sweeping in and coming through. So the first things the cards are really telling us is that the most important part of all of this interaction with this other person has been about the way it has affected you, the way that it has changed you or put you in a certain type of position. That's the most important part from a universal standpoint. It's this kind of, like, hey, like this is what we really care about. We really care about how this has affected you and where you are right now. So we have the Seven of Cups here. And once again, I do feel kind of like, I feel like we're really dealing in your story here. So let's see this all the way through. We're going to pull some more cards here about what we need to know about this person's experience, what's going on with them, how they're in trouble, what's going on with that. But I'm also still feeling like this is all really wrapped in your experience. So with the first seven, I feel like the first is the Seven of Cups. And this is this feeling of like you living things out in your imagination more than you used to. Like maybe you used to spend more time in the concrete real world, used to be more in the real
real world. You used to be more in the, like, this is what actually happened. This is what I am actually dealing with. And now you're in a space of like, oh, I'm going to imagine the worst case scenario. I'm going to imagine the best case scenario. I'm going to remember what happened in the past. I'm going to project what could happen in the future. Things that you didn't feel like you had to do before. You were able to be more in the moment before, but now because of this sort of trauma of handling and dealing with this person who subverted the truth, who was not what you thought, that, you know, took advantage of you, made you feel completely unseen, like your person has changed. Who you are has changed a bit. The way you are interacting in the world has changed a bit. And it feels like you are in your head a lot more than you are in your body in the world. Now, the world is the next card that comes in, and I love seeing this here because this tells me that, again, the most important things about this interaction don't really seem to be that this person is in trouble. Yes, that's important. That's a question that we started in the very beginning. That's what we started with. So we're going to find out more about that. But the most important part is you here. And the cards are really saying, hey, this has been difficult. This has been changing the way that you're interacting with the world. The important thing here is that now there is a new transition coming up for you. The world is a transitional card. It's the ending of something and the beginning of something new. And it's saying a new chapter is really opening up here for you. This is a beautiful gateway space that you're going to be given the opportunity to change the way you are in this world. Become lighter, become more carefree, become less cautious and less worried about, you know, being hurt again or taken advantage or having to project all of these things or having to think all of these things and decide and weigh all these things out or protect yourself so much or sort of be different than what you actually are, to dim yourself down, to give less, to shine less. That there's a freedom coming for you, a freedom to be who you are, to dance through it. This figure is often called the dancer, to dance through this next phase of your life, this next chapter of your life. There will be permission to be a much more vulnerable version of you. I mean, she is also naked. She's covered up for YouTube as well, just like the star, you know, and there's this vulnerability here to both of them for that. This like, okay, I'm going to be seen now. I'm going to be okay with that. There's going to be a lightness to that. I'm going to dance, you know, and not care what other people think and be able to go into this new space. And this is a moving away card, the Eight of Cups. It's a moving away card. It's a walking away from something that held heart space for you. Even, you know, the person who may have held heart space for you, but the way it has played out on you seems to have held heart space for you. The way that it has made you feel, you know, our cups get into emotions and feelings. We have that over here with the Seven of Cups. The way that it has made you change in certain ways and become a slightly different version of you. And then we do have our second seven. We have the Seven of Swords, which is very much exactly where we started with all of this. This is a thieving card. This is a deceiving card often. It is making away with something. But what I am seeing here is a reclamation. So I'm not really seeing this as the person. I'm really seeing this as you taking back your thoughts. The swords get into thought space and mind space, and I really feel like this is all a story of you. So this last card as well has to do with the story of you that the cards want to be telling you and saying, hey, this is where you are. This is the transition that's available to you. You have an opportunity to let this go, to walk away from this space that hurt you, that changed you, that made you feel like you had to be different than you were before. And you can move into a more innocent space, and you can reclaim what was taken from you and reclaim those thoughts that this person took from you. Okay, so I'm going to move these up just a scotch, just a little bit, to make some more room for some more cards. And we're going to pull that main blue card over in just a second. I want to pull, before we get any further, I want to pull an oracle card for you, just like a little divine guidance on anything that we need to know for you. A little divine guidance here for you. Life lessons, acknowledge and release for renewal. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, okay, absolutely. Life lessons, acknowledge and release for renewal. Let's go ahead and turn this main card over. I'm ready to see what's here, and then we can keep pulling more cards. And I really do want to find out about this person. I want to find out what's going wrong, where they're in trouble, what's happening. Let's learn about this karmic lesson. The Page of Cups is coming through. So the Page of Cups was the main card that we pulled, and what I'm seeing here from this, the, cups hold feelings and emotions, and the pages are these youthful messenger cards. So what I'm really seeing here from this is like, hey, pay attention. All of this is going to be carrying divine messages for you. These are divine messages that are really important to come through. They're going to be hitting your emotions, going to be hitting your intuitions. Hopefully you can take this with the lightness of being as well, because this is a very light card. It's playful, it's fun. So taking this all with a very playful spirit, I want you to write down notes. I want you to say things out loud. I want you to feel like you can participate as we continue through this reading. There's something really important here for you. And those messages are coming through really loud for you. So I'm not ready to leave our blue deck yet. I think our blue deck has more to tell us about this person. So this person's in trouble. What do we need to know about this person and this, this path they've laid for themselves? I am feeling this other card that came out with us. So we are going to take her. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so I'm only pulling 4 cards. We're definitely going to be pulling more. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 2 of Cups. Very interesting. We have the 3 of Wands. And then we have the 5, another 5. So we have the 5 of Cups reversed. Okay, we have 2 5s sandwiching our 2 and 3. Our 2 of Cups and our 3 of Wands. And then we have 2 Cups cards and 2 Wands cards. And 1 2 card. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what I am seeing from this person. That this person, here we go. First of all, what I'm seeing from this person is that this person did actually have a lot of feelings for you, that there was a connection that was authentic with this person. So if this was romantic, then I'm seeing that this person did genuinely have feelings and emotions for you. Which it feels like it very well may have been romantic. If it wasn't, it was still very heartfelt. And also this feels like, there was something genuine going on between the two of you. Genuine space that was held between the two of you in feelings and emotions. I'm also seeing on the other side of that, our other Cups card, is this, this feeling, I think, of, so with the 5 of Cups is a card of like, hey, things have been spilled and you're looking back into the past, but there is something on the other side of that. So this is a reversed card. So I do think that this person is now trapped in thinking of that connection, that the authenticity that was there. So this person is really trapped looking backwards. There's no space for them to turn around and look at what they have, what is available to them. They keep just looking back to the past, and there's no real opportunity for them to get free of that. They feel like they're just running in this circle of like thinking and rethinking and regretting and rehashing about the actual connection that the two of you had. Now, with the 5 of Wands, I'm feeling like, this can be a very competitive card. It can be a chaos card. It can be like a fight card. What I'm really seeing here is that there is chaos with this. And I am feeling like this is chaos in their energy. This is chaos in their, that they really are unsettled by the whole thing. That they were unsettled by the whole thing then, and they're unsettled by the whole thing now. Like the trouble feels like, whether like it's completely bitten them in the heel, bitten them in the butt, really gotten them. And that's what's causing all this regret and all of this, like looking back, regardless, that's where they are. Their mind is in a space of, and their heart and their feelings are in a space of regret and longing and wishing and chaos and like hoping things could be different. Just looking backwards. And then also in this state of chaos and friction, which is no fun. And then we also have the Three of Wands as well. Now, the Three of Wands is a card of also very much, you know, sort of looking back, sort of seeing this overview, this big picture of what happened. And I feel like this person's reviewing over and over again what happened, how they could have done it differently, what could have gone better, what could have gone worse, what could have da-da-da-da, just like all over and over again, seeing how things played out, and just can't let it go, can't turn back into real life, can't get right back in, just keeps turning out, turning out, turning out. Oof. Okay. Woo. All right. Let's go. I want to go to my old trusty deck. I want to bring her in. And I just want to see if there's anything that you need to know about your relationship with this person, about what happened with this person, about, like, is there anything that's really important for your soul to know? And I'm just pulling 2 cards for this right here. Oh, look, we have the Page of Pentacles, another page. We have the Page of Cups here in the center for you. And then we have the Empress. So our important things to know, really what I'm seeing here is that, this is rather precious. I feel like really what's coming in here is that the universe is like, hey, what you really need to know about this person is that pages, again, are messenger cards. So I do feel like there are like messages coming in from the universe, messages coming in from, you know, what you ascribe to, your guides, your, you know, angels, that they're just messages really coming through for you. And if you can just look around, you'll see messages coming through all over the place about your highest self, about being in a new space, about this transition with the world that we see coming through, about this transition of letting go, about this transition of reclamation of your thoughts and your space, the reclamation of your sovereignty, of your being in this beautiful feminine space where you don't have to protect yourself. You don't feel like you have to be on guard. You feel like you are protected, that you are innately protected, that that's your divine right, that that's your birthright to be in your feminine essence because you are protected. You don't have to be this masculine force of protection for yourself. So I do feel like there are all of these messages coming in. Now, I also do feel like with our Page of Pentacles, that it is possible as well that this person might be trying to give you an actual message. It could just be energetically that they're sending messages out all the time because they're thinking about you and they're thinking about the interaction, they're thinking about their regrets, they're thinking about all these things all the time, which does feel like, oh, they're sending messages through, you know, energy all the time. But I feel like they could genuinely be like sending a message as well. They could be ready to text you, they could be ready to DM, they could be ready to send an email. There just could be something in the pipeline if they haven't already, maybe they already have, where they're trying to reach out to you, or they're really considering it, or they're typing and they're deleting something in that neighborhood. And I do also think that, you know, this person sees you in a way of like they don't see how much you were affected by what happened between the two of you. They don't see that they see that they feel like, oh, you're great. You're in a solid place. You're in your essence of who you are. You're in the right place. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. Okay. I want to move into my gold deck just to see, what do we need to know for you? What do we need to know for you right now? Now, I don't mind if our cards want to take this outside of it. There we go. I don't mind if our cards want to take this outside of this person and this interaction and what happened. If they want to keep us inside of it and they see something important there. Oh boy, we just got a Page of Pentacles again. Okay, absolutely. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Oh boy. All right, so I have the Judgment card. I have the Page of Pentacles again. Let's see what else we have here from our gold deck about what our cards want us to know. What do they want us to know for you? What do they want us to know about this person? I'm feeling like there's something else coming through. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have the Judgment card. We have the Page of Pentacles. I know these are kind of riding low. We have the King of Cups. Hi. Oh, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, all right, I'm seeing some stuff here. So here's what I think our gold deck is telling us. That first of all, the Judgment card is saying it's time to make a choice. It's time to make a choice for you. Are you going to be the fullest version of yourself? Are you going to live in the protection that you feel like you need from the world after this interaction? Do you want to stay in this energy, or do you want to evolve into a new space? Because there's a new space waiting for you, and it's a joyful space. Once you make this decision, it will feel very freeing. It will feel very joyful. It will feel like you're dancing into a new space altogether, like a new chapter, a new book. That whole new thing is starting. It's a whole new adventure. But you do have to choose this. And the universe isn't going to choose it for you. The universe isn't going to push you to do this. It's really, the cards are saying, we're not going to push you out of this nest. If you want to stay in the nest, you're allowed to stay in the nest. If you want to protect yourself, you're allowed to protect yourself. If you want to live in an energy where, you know, you are more protective and you are less vulnerable and you're less, you know, you're not in that lightness of being where you do worry more what people think. You are worried about being taken advantage of. You are in self-protection mode. You keep, you know, like if you want to stay there, you can stay there. It's a choice you get to make. And this is part of being a human, that you get to make these beautiful choices for yourself. But there's also a choice to be made for freedom of letting this go, of deciding this does not define me. This is not where I'm going to live. This is not the energy I want to cultivate within myself. This is not where I land. I understand why I was there. I understand why I went through this space. It makes perfect sense. Absolutely. You were doing what was natural and what was right. But there is a new space available to you if you are ready to be open to it. But you do have to decide. It is a choice you get to make. Now, we do still have more of those messages coming through. So I do really think that, we've gotten this twice, so I do think that this person is probably on the verge of reaching out to you, if they haven't already, or that they're really, really thinking about it. But I do also think that this is really saying that the universe is telling you. The universe is like wants you to know, wants you to have all the information, wants to have every opportunity. Look around for the signs. Look around for the things that tell you that you are protected, that you are safe, that you are kept, that everything is for your greatest good, that things are moving you towards your greatest and highest purpose, your greatest and highest calling, toward the desires of your heart. And that is why, and that there is a level of trust that has to happen with that you trust. I know what happened for my greatest good. I'm going to trust that, and I'm going to move forward, and off we go. But look for the signs, because the signs are there, and they will make you feel safe to open back up, because they will show you that you are protected by outside forces beyond yourself. It's not just you holding guard for yourself. You are really divinely taken care of. Look around for those messages that are coming in about that. Okay, now we have the King of Cups. This gets very interesting, because we have the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and then we have the King of Swords. So two very different kings, and we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed on the inside. So what I'm seeing here is that there is this masculine attention coming through for you. There's opportunity here for you for something really brand new. Now, this could be two different people. I don't feel like one of these people is relating back to what happened. I do feel like this is something that can kind of just be left in the past, that this is, whether they reach out to you or not, that this is like, hey, this isn't, about going back to this person or being in an orbit of this person again. I would be very, release what you need to release from this. I would be very wary about, going back in. Use your divine intuition if they do reach out. It does not feel like there are things coming through that say, hey, maybe you should take a look. I'm seeing that new things are coming in for you. These could be new, these could be people who are already in your world. So these could be two new people, or this could be one new person with very wonderful differing qualities. This is a deeply emotional human being who is like really grounded in their emotions, their feelings, a real depth to it, really wanting to know you on an intuitive level, on an emotional level, but also extremely, this other person or this person, like extremely smart, very clear on what they want, extremely masculine energy, moving towards what they want with focus, with clarity, with all of that masculine decisiveness, that quickness, that cuttingness, just cutting through all of the extra stuff that doesn't matter and getting right to what's actually important. Love both of these energies. Love both of them. Now, with our Queen of Pentacles reversed, I find this really interesting. So in between those two energies, I am seeing that you are not in your fullest possession of who you are yet. You have this opportunity to step into a new space, to really ground yourself in this divine feminine energy, to really ground yourself in this queen energy as well, but you're not quite there. And this card is just saying, hey, this is a reminder of who you are and who you can be. That there is this strength within you, this feeling that you are autonomous, that you can take care of anything that comes up. There is no part of you that is not capable, or that it's going to falter, or that's going to fail at taking care of you. That no matter what happens, you will come back around for you. Our Queen of Pentacles is extraordinarily capable. She is a great, this would be, this business savvy part of yourself, the part of you that grows things around you, the part of you that grows yourself, that grows your inner workings, that cares about your growth, your being able to take care of yourself, and just naturally does it, nurtures those around you as well, but also nurtures yourself too. And there's a part of you that's not really landing in the fullness of who you are this way. So maybe your confidence has really gone in certain aspects that you're not sure you can take care of yourself. You're not sure that you're always going to be so capable, that you'll always come back around for you. You're not sure about your abilities to grow and nurture anything and anyone, including yourself around you. You're not sure of your abilities, period, that there's a part of you that's just not settled in the strength of what you actually possess. So I think this card is a reminder of what you do possess, and that it is there for you to rediscover. And I would love for you to start this rediscovery. But I also think it's the universe telling you that you don't have to be your fullest self for good things to come in for you, because it doesn't feel like that's keeping this masculine energy away from you, that you might not be in your fullest self yet, but good things are still about to drop in for you regardless. So either way, it would be great for you to be landed in it. But even if you're not landed in it yet, that doesn't mean that you're turning that energy away, or that those opportunities won't be available for you. Now we also have the Five of Pentacles reversed. And I find this very interesting. This is a card of being basically, like sort of starving and broke. It is this feeling of like, I'm like out in the middle of nowhere and I have nothing and I'm hungry and I'm starving. And I am feeling, we have the two figures on here, and I am having this feeling of you with this other person, this whole thing that happened with this other person that really sort of bankrupted both of you. And I use that term not to reference money, but it could have, or it could be about money, but it could also be about something else altogether, just your trust, your, taking from you and leaving you both feeling hungry, leaving you both feeling like deserted. And I'm seeing an opportunity for that feeling of hunger, of not having what you need, of what happened between the two of you, which I'm really, looking to you, not to this other person, but to you and your energy, that there's an opportunity here for your energy to turn that around, to be in a space where you're ready to leave this behind, where you don't feel this anymore, that this is not where you're living anymore, that you might have been living in that space for a while, with this other person because you were both living in this space, and now maybe only this person will be living in this space. But of course, we're not wishing bad things on people, even if they've done us wrong, or like energetically leaving that stuff behind. But this isn't something that you should be carrying. This is an opportunity for you to let this go, to step out of this space. That you don't have to walk through the cold anymore. You don't have to walk through the snow anymore. You don't have to walk in desperation anymore, which I really, I really like. Oh boy. Okay. You know what I want to do is I want to grab another oracle card for you. Let's grab another oracle card for you, and then I want to pull a couple more cards for you and for your heart. We've gotten a lot of messages coming through, and there's some heaviness here. And let's see what we have from our oracle card for guidance. Hi, seer. See beyond the current situation. Oof. Yep. Seeing beyond, looking beyond, clearing and releasing as well. Okay, now I do want to dip back into my old trusty deck, which I love. And I just want to pull a few more pieces of guidance for you. So just a few more pieces of guidance for you. And let's see what, is coming through as guidance. Okay, yeah. Well, these kind of just, we're going to work backwards. So, hi, we have the 10 of Swords. Oh, we have the 7 of Cups again. 7 of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright. Oh, this makes me feel rather emotional. Oh boy, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a little story from the universe, from your guides, from your angels, from your higher self, whatever you believe in, whatever you ascribe to. This is a little story from that power to you. And this story says, through these cards, there's something I want to tell you, you precious, precious being, that first of all, I want you to take some time to just practice the feeling. Practice the feeling of being in that lightness that we talked about, that transition of like, oh, things feel a little carefree. Things feel great. Things feel luxurious. I feel beautiful. I feel like everything that I need is just being given to me. Just practice the feeling of that. You've been in this feeling of hunger, of not having what you need, of being in the cold, of being in a space that is really like the opposite. The opposite of like, oh, everything's coming in for me. This is warmth. This feels good. This feels like growth. This feels like you are taken care of. The universe wants you to practice that feeling. You are taken care of. The Queen of Pentacles upright coming through, saying that this practice will help you get to that place where you land solidly in the seat of who you are. That you can be in this confidence, that you can be in this space of, oh, I can take care of myself. I have this divine feminine energy. Growth happens all around me. If you have a garden, I want you to make there's a practice of sitting in your garden. If you have things that grow anywhere around you, at home, if you have plants, if you have nature nearby, just going to sit next to or talking to, maybe singing to something that grows, that actually grows, something that is alive. And remember how alive you are, that you're meant to be alive here. And put your feet on this beautiful, precious earth and feel how alive you are. That you are so capable, and that's part of this beautiful life that you've been given, is this capability that you've also been given. Maybe you start a list of all the things that you've accomplished, that you've done, that you know you can accomplish, the things that you just stack it up to remind yourself of just how incredible you really actually are. The 7 of Cups coming in, it says it's time. You have been living in a space where you've been imagining how things could turn out. You've been living in your head. You've been doing a lot of overthinking, and you've been getting a lot of your emotional life from this space of overthinking, of imagining, looking to the past, looking to the future, not really being in the here and now. And this card saying it's time for you to get back to the here and now. It's time for you to move away from this habit that you've created. It's just a habit. It's just a habit of thought. just a habit of going to the past, a habit of projecting imaginations, imaginings on the future, imaginings on the current, on the now. Taking that and just pulling it into, okay, right now, what is actually happening? Let's get into the body. Let's go for a walk. Let's get into the physical. Let's get into the what is actually happening in my life in this moment. What is actually going on? It can be difficult. That could be really challenging. But it will be just a habit, we have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is a card of completion. It's the ending of something. It's the beginning of something new. We have all of these swords coming up, the swords getting into thought space, mental space. We have the Seven of Swords, this reclamation of what was taken from you, that it's time to reclaim your thoughts. It's time to stop giving away your thoughts and attention to something from the past, to someone from the past. It's time to stop living in that space altogether. This reading didn't tell us a whole lot about what this person is going through, except that they regret it, that they're obsessing, that they're overthinking. We've gotten this, all of those things down. Like, we've got this idea of this chaos in this person's mind about, sort of the torture, the mental torture that they're going through, but we don't really know what else is going on with them. This reading, this spread, really isn't about them. It is about you. It is about, hey, you are our protected one. You are the one we care about. You are the one we want to move forward here. The Ten of Swords is really coming in as it feels like it's coming in as a, reminder that something can completely end just like that. And a whole new you, a whole new start can come right after it. Sometimes I feel like this card is a dark night of the soul that needs to happen. You might need to have a huge cry tonight. You might need to give yourself space to grieve over the time that you might have felt you lost, or the person you felt you had to be because you didn't feel safe being yourself anymore. There might be some grieving that needs to happen, or something that needs to happen for you to say, hey, this is the end of this. This is goodbye to this part of my life. I'm over this. I'm done with this. I'm moving forward. This is the Ten of Swords night. So this is kind of a reminder that this can happen that fast, but also this can happen. You can let this go. You can say goodbye to this, and this probably needs to happen, that you need to have a moment where you can make a big deal out of it and make it a big to-do, have a ceremony around it, a ritual around it. You can have a cord cutting. You can, create a safe circle for yourself. Or it can be just as fast as that right now you don't want to do any of that. You don't want to have a ceremony. You don't want to think about it one more minute. You're tired of it being in your energy at all, that it ever was, and that now it is gone. Can be that fast. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. I would like for you to plant an emoji plant below. It can be a flower, it can be any type of plant, whatever feels like that new growth energy. Whatever you feel like you might be talking to in the next few days or being around in nature. A tree, indoor house plant, flowers, whatever it is, I want you to put that as your emoji below. I'd love for you to subscribe. If you are not, I would love for you to love this video, to like this video. I would love to hear your comments. Please, as vulnerable as you feel like you can be, but also I understand this is public space, so feel free to, just say, hey, I love you. And I will take it. Either way, I will take it, and I will read it. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Whew. I love you. I am sending you so much love and so much light. I'm going to see you so very soon. Mwah. Mia. Hello, my glorious pink deck. Someone who cheated to get ahead, fame, or gain notoriety at your expense is in trouble. We're going to find out everything that we can. Let's go ahead and get started. So first I want to pull this top card off with our glorious crystal. We're going to pop it down here. We will come back to it soon. And now I want to go ahead and pull some cards just to get us started on this person. What do we need to know about this? What's happening, what's in the energy, what do the cards want you to know right now? Okay, so our sassy pink deck, who has a lot of personality and loves to just, give us some sassy answers, which I am here for. Okay, let's see. Yeah, all right, so there we go. We have a nice full 6 cards to get us started. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Chariot. Oh, we have the 2 of Cups. Very interesting. We have the Knight of Wands. Gosh, we have the 3 of Cups. Boy, we have the 7 of Swords. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, this feels like our sassy pink deck is kind of coming in here and just sort of telling you what this is, like, what we're talking about here. So here's what I'm seeing. First of all, this was like an investment with this person. This could have been an actual financial investment, but I feel like it had, this could have been an investment in your time, your effort, your your feelings and emotions, things you value, just really like putting in an investment, really showing up for this thing, taking action, moving forward, like in this space of like, hey, we're in a really good place. Things were really moving forward. Things felt like they were kind of in this unstoppable momentum. There was a real connection here. So whatever happened between the 2 of you, it does feel like there was an actual connection with this person. This feels like it could very well be romantic. The 2 of Cups can often be like the Lover's card in the Minor Arcana. However, this could be a non-romantic situation. This could be something else. But whatever that connection was, whoever this person was who took advantage of you, who lied to get ahead, who like stepped over you to get ahead, to, took advantage, there was an actual real connection here. There was this, like, you felt it. You were genuinely feeling those things off of this person. You were reading the signs correctly. There was something, emotional going on between the 2 of you, something with a lot of feelings, something heartfelt, something that was on equal footing, something that was a mutual connection. And this person did have some really good qualities. I mean, our Knight of Wands is fiery, is passionate, is moving forward. There is momentum here. I do feel like there was, a lot to believe in, a lot to like, hey, things felt really good all the way until they didn't. So it just feels like our cards are saying, hey, all of this was real. Our 3 of Cups as well, Cups still getting into feelings and emotions. The 3 of Cups is a very playful card. It's a very sort of joyful card. It's a card of, I always say it's kind of like, it reminds me of like, oh, you're having dinner under twinkle lights and laughing and, your face is tingling because you're laughing so much and you're having such a good time with this person and you're eating delicious food and you're drinking really good wine or, whatever that is. But things feel really good and playful and fun. And then boom, boom. So what I'm seeing here is like there's this accrual of all of this good stuff. There are lots of good things that happened here. There are so many good things. And then, ooh, like this card comes in and just takes it. The 7 of Swords is a thieving card. It is a deceiving card. It is, this kind of cavalier feeling of like, I'm just going to steal away with this. And it's a terrible feeling. It feels like all of a sudden you were lied to. All of a sudden everything got swept out. It is the feeling of the rug got swept out from under you. That like really you were in a totally different space and you weren't imagining it. I think that's the important thing here from the cards. That the cards are saying, you weren't imagining all this good stuff. This was really happening and it was genuine. You weren't misreading. There was something in this person that just suddenly turned, changed, took something, lied, kept something from you, and just made off with made off with it. And what a terrible feeling that is, to feel like all of a sudden you've been taken advantage. And like, it's easy to probably feel like all this time you've been taken advantage of, that like you should have seen it, you should have known, but really, how could you have? Like, look at the cards, how could you have known? And this card just, sort of comes in and sweeps everything away all at once in one fell swoop. And it's just one card that does that, it's just one action, it's just one thing that does that. Let's come back to this card in just a little bit. I just want to see what else we might need to know. I'm going to go to our old trusty deck just to see what else we might need to know. So first of all, I just want to pull 3 cards. I want to pull 3 cards about what else we need to know about this interaction with this person, about what happened here, about what we're seeing. Maybe we need to know something about what's happening with them now. They're in trouble now. We want to know more about that maybe, but let's just see what the cards want us to know. So about this person, oh boy, we have the Knight of Cups. Oh boy, we have the Strength card. And oh gosh, we have the Knight of Wands. Here we are. So it's the second time we pulled this. So the cards really want us to know about this interaction with this person. Okay. Basically, I feel like they're saying this person did something really wrong. They did something really bad. It all got swept out under your feet, and that was awful. But this person isn't innately a bad person. I feel like the cards are saying this person does genuinely have feelings for you, emotions for you. That is not a sign that you're supposed to, like, if this was something that was romantic, that's not a sign that you're supposed to get back together with this person. But it is saying, this person isn't all bad. This person does have good qualities and some good intentions, and did have some good intentions, or at least not just completely nefarious intentions of hurting you. The Strength card is a card that, when I'm pulling it in this kind of situation, feels like it's saying there was a unique dynamic here between the two of you. There was something that that was uniquely paired. And I do feel like, there was an understanding of your capabilities as well that I think allowed, and I hate to say that, like, because you didn't allow for this to happen, but this person may have allowed this person into a way of thinking that was like, oh, I can't hurt this person too much because this person sort of thought that you were more impenetrable than you are. I don't want that to change anything about you. I don't want you to feel like you can't be the strongest version of yourself because people will take advantage of you or anything like that. I think that's really important to, just shy away from, to stay away from. But that is popping up here in that pull with our old trusty deck. Oh boy. Now I want to move into our second question with our old trusty deck. So now I just want to take a look into you. What do we need to know about how this affected you? What do we need to know about how this affected you? What do we need to know about how this affected you? Oh my, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have. We're going to go backwards. So we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups reversed. Oh, we have the Empress. Oh, this is really interesting. So our old trusty deck is basically saying, hey, so how this affected you, and what's really important about this is that, first of all, there was an important message coming through for you. There was something important that you needed to hear. There's something you needed to learn from this. There was a lesson here. And hopefully you've heard it already. If you haven't, it's there waiting for you. This might be a good day to do some journaling about this entire thing so that you can get into why, you needed to learn this, what was there for you to learn. It could feel too raw for that, but I encourage you to take a look at it if you're curious. But we are getting, the Page of Pentacles are youthful messenger cards about something of value. There's something very valuable in there for you, something important for you to know. The Four of Cups reversed It's really interesting because the Four of Cups upright is kind of a no card. It's kind of saying, hey, no, I'm not interested in feelings and emotions. No, I'm not interested in, like it's sort of like, that universal menu or the universal waiter offering up, something full of heart space for you. And you saying, no, I'm not interested. And this is in a reverse position. So I'm seeing that like something over the course of this may have changed and challenged you to open up your heart, to open up your feelings, to be in a more receiving position, that something had to shift away from that no space, that feeling of no. And this was a way in which that happened. And then we also have the Empress card coming in, which is this glorious divine feminine energy. This, and I get this feeling of like there was something about this person. We do see all these really positive things, this one really negative thing, but all of these really positive things. And within all those positive things, I think this allowed you to step into a new space of who you are, to step into a space of being in this extremely divine feminine energy, this creation energy, this fertility energy of being really open and receptive and letting things grow around you and being present and in the moment and feeling like life is art, and that, there's sort of this artistic eye to looking at everything around you, and, just your entire existence and your entire energy really shifted into something new in which that seems like an important piece of personal growth for you to shift into that. I do think it's time to go ahead and pull this pink card. So we're going to pull it and then we're going to ask more questions. Okay. So we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, we have the Four of Cups. So I'm just pointing out the other fours and these synchronicities. The Four of Swords get into thought space, mind space. And this really is a card of rest and recovery. Rest and recovery. And I feel like this card is saying, hey, have you taken time for yourself to rest and recover from this? Have you just been agitated? Have you just been go, go, go? Have you been just trying to distract yourself? Have you given space for your thoughts, your heart, your soul, your energy, your entire being to really just relax and recover and recuperate and just take a little time off, Now, I also want to pull an oracle card for you. So let's pull a little oracle guidance just for you, for your heart, for this whole situation, and see what we have coming in for you. Oh, value yourself. Absolutely. Spend time nurturing you. Rest and recovery. Value yourself. Value yourself. Spend time nurturing you. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. I have another oracle card coming in a little while for some extra guidance for you, but I want to pull some more cards. So I want to go ahead and switch over to a whole new energy. I want to switch over to our gold deck just to see if our gold deck has any information. I just want to look into you and your energy system right now. What do we need to know? First of all, I am really curious because this person had so many good traits. And like I said, I'm not saying that the cards are asking you to invite this person back in. But since that does seem to sort of be this like interesting highlight here, is there any room for this person in your life in the future? Is that something you should be looking at? Is that something that you should be, Okay, let's take a look. I'm just going to pull 3 cards to get us started for that question. Okay. So, oh boy. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups and we have the Magician. So I am really asking about this person and if there's any room for this person in your life moving forward. And we got the King of Pentacles, we got the Nine of Cups, we got the Magician. This feels like it's saying this person isn't the sum of what they did wrong. Now, I really want you to dig in and use your divine intuition. about this person, and I think that's really important because I in no way want to encourage you to get back into something where somebody hurt you or they're going to hurt you again, or repeating patterns kind of thing. But the cards are kind of saying, this person has some really strong qualities and they're becoming a different version of themselves. The King of Pentacles is something I haven't seen yet on the table, that this person's sort of transitioning into a much better version of themselves. That, we have these two knights. We know that they had some, like good aspects of themselves. They're not all bad. But this is really saying they have real potential to be growing into something like really actually very extraordinary. Very strong, very masculine, very protective, very, financially abundant, very able to be worthy of an investment, like the investment you originally made in this person and in this connection. This is actually, something that's much more worthy. Now, we also have the Nine of Cups, which is this kind of genie in a bottle card. And this feels like it's saying, hey, yeah, there is potential here for there to really be actually great things coming in that feel kind of like, oh, this is everything. This is sort of everything I wanted from this person, which is totally different from what I got before. And the Magician, which is also our Master Manifestor card. So it does feel like also it is, it feels kind of like this card is saying it's in both of your hands to manifest something, divine between the two of you if you so chose. It does also feel like it's saying that this person, they do really have a power of creation, that they may have done it the wrong way before. They may have really, gone off on the wrong path to try and get there, to try and climb their way. But, there's something very powerful about this person that is, very sort of magical, that things come together. And this person can manifest really, actually very incredible things. Okay. I want to ask what you should be doing at this time. What should you be doing at this time? How should you be utilizing your energy? What is the best use of your energy right now? Is it, investigating this person? Is it, maybe trying to move forward this? Is it looking somewhere else? Is it just focusing on yourself, which we've seen a lot of with this rest and recovery? I'm going to work backwards once again. So we have, we have the Eight of Wands. Oopsies. Oh, we have the Strength card. Oh boy, second time we're pulling the Strength card. And we have the Six of Wands. Oh boy, okay, love this. First of all, Six of Wands. It is a very winning card. It's a very confident card. And this is really saying to me, we have a lot of wands action. We have the Eight of Wands, sandwiching our Strength card. So this really feels like it's saying to me, the first thing you should be focusing on is really regaining your confidence. Some part of this interaction probably really did steal some part of your confidence, that you feel a little bit more shaky, that like you grew into a different space. You got to open yourself up more. There was something you needed to learn. You also moved into this divine feminine energy. You got to level into a new space of who you are. However, this may have really zapped some part of your confidence. Rest and recovery, we know that that's on the table as important for you, but also regaining your confidence, feeling like you are in a winning position, that no matter what, you've got business handled, no matter what, you can take care of things. Maybe keeping a journal of all the things you're doing successfully. Maybe really sort of just writing out like the things you are doing really well as a reminder to yourself, and as just like a sort of a confidence booster, because there's a lot to be confident of. You are in a winning position. The Strength card coming back up again also tells me whatever was your strength here in this connection, what you brought in, those magical powers, it's time to really lean back into those magical powers that you have. What are you the best at? If you had to say, oh, within this connection, I was the best at this, I was the most myself because of this, I felt like this person allowed me to be this way. What would how would those sentences, play out? And then I want you to lean back into those things without this person. So I do think it is possible that this card is also saying, like if this person comes back around, it might be worthy of you to like test out that dynamic again. But again, really dive into your intuition. Maybe it would be time to get a reading, a personalized reading before that. This feels precarious. I want you to really rely on your intuition here. But I also really feel like it's just saying that it's time for you to realize the magic that you own, that you possess, and to really lean into it. What are your biggest strengths as a human being? How can you lean into that more? How can you utilize that more? How can you be more of that in your everyday life? And I want you to think about that today. Really spend some time. Let yourself really, immerse yourself in that question and be creative. Put on some music, just jot down, journal some ideas. How can I be more of that person that I know that I'm magic when I'm them, when I'm in that energy, when I'm in that zone. And the Eight of Wands coming in, which is really saying also it's time to let yourself really just flow. And this does feel like Empress energy. So the Eight of Wands is an interesting card because it is very fast moving, and fast moving tends to be, more masculine energy. But this is also a very feminine energy, which the Empress is, which, you have allowed yourself to be in. And this is really saying lean into what the universe has for you. I always love to illustrate this card as, like you're stepping into a river that's already got a current that's heading downhill. It's easy. Like where you want to go, it's also downhill. There's no difficult exertion that you need to, put in here. All you have to do is ask the universe for what you want and let the universe take care of you to get there. All you have to do is, say, hey, I would like to go downhill. Okay, I'm just going to step in the river and let the river take me. It's really allowing the universe to take you there. This is very do not chase, attract energy, which I don't think the cards are always saying. Sometimes I think the cards are saying, hey, it's time to chase. Hey, it's time to get some action going. Let's get a fire brewing. And this is a fiery card. It is fast moving, so it does have that, masculine energy on it. It's very growth oriented, very feminine energy, but it is a card of allowing, of letting it take you, of trusting the universe has your back. And that might be a beautiful mantra for you moving forward. The universe has my back. The universe, wants the best things for me. I think my greatest good is always is where I'm headed. Everything is for my greatest good. Okay, I want to pull another oracle card for you. I'm pulling from a separate deck and just a little divine guidance for you. And then I want to pull two more cards for you. Little divine guidance cards. Hi, this one is winter. Take care of your needs. This theme is popping for you. The Four of Swords. Rest and recovery. We also have this like rest and take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. This is really a theme. It's time to really focus on yourself and take care of yourself, to hibernate, to let yourself go inside, to take a moment. And, because it's the Four of Swords, maybe you can theme that in 4. Maybe you take 4 weeks for yourself. Maybe you take 4 days for yourself. Maybe you take a 4-day vacation. Maybe you take 4 hours of self-love and appreciation. Maybe you take whatever that feels right to you. Maybe you do a theme of all of them, 4, 4, 4. 4 hours today. For the next 4 days, I'm really refocusing on myself and recovery. And for the next 4 weeks is on a macro level, I'm really focused on recovery, where I'm resting, rejuvenating. I'm trying to get a good meditation practice in, just 4 minutes, every day, or 44 minutes every day. I would say not that. 4 minutes every day sounds good to me. But really focusing on like, hey, how can I put this into my life right now and get that rest and recovery, take care of what I need to take care of for myself right now. Okay, so now I do want to go back to our old trusty deck because she's just brilliant, she's just so smart. So let's go ahead and pull 2 cards for you of divine guidance. Divine guidance cards for you from our old trusty deck. And let's see what she's got to say for you. So, we've got, hi. Yeah. Okay. Well, my work here is done. I think you can roll with this now. We have the Three of Cups reversed, which is kind of a new message. And we have the Four of Swords once again, which is this theme that keeps getting banged on. This is exactly the same card that we pulled, under here. Four of Swords. We have our value yourself, spend time nurturing you, take care of your needs. And now we have the Four of Swords once again. So here's what I am reading. The Three of Cups, first of all, is saying you don't need to worry about, this is not the moment where you need to have the most fun in the world. Like being fun, playful, joyful, dancing, partying, spending massive amounts of time with, with friends, all such things of, activity or distraction. Sometimes that is the answer, and sometimes very often that's the answer, and it's something that it needs to be lit up in your life. Here, however, it is saying it's okay for that to be sort of on rest right now, that you can rest from that kind of like ebullient, like joyful, needing to just have fun. You can rest from that idea. It's okay if you're a little more inward. It's okay if you're a little more to yourself. It's okay if you're a little more solitary. It's okay if you're pulling inside. It's okay if you're just in rest mode. And in fact, it's not just okay, it is very much desired that you be in rest mode. The Four of Swords popping up once again to remind us that it's time to spend time nurturing yourself. It is time to take care of your needs. It is time for rest and recovery. And I think this card is coming in once again to say, hey, I'm not playing around. This is really important for you. It's really important for you to take care of you. You've been taking care of other people maybe a bit too much, or maybe you're distracting yourself too much, or maybe you're spreading yourself out in, too thin, or you've just been in chaos mode, or you've just been like, go, 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 go. Whatever has been going on, it really is time to release your thoughts, relax your thoughts, to recover yourself, to get to a place where you can be in stillness again, to be in a place where you just hear the sounds of nature, to be in a place where you feel like you are filling yourself up, that you feel like you are regenerating, that you feel like you are healing. This is a beautiful thing that's being asked of from you, and you get to respond. It's a query, this isn't a dictation. It's not like we're gonna do this whether you like it or not. It's like, hey, we highly recommend that you focus on this. This is where we think you should be focusing your energies and efforts. So I do think we need to drop an emoji of rest. Now there are little, prayer hands on here. I'm gonna say, what can be a good healing? Anything that represents that kind of like nurturing yourself. I'm gonna let this be open emoji. Something that represents nurturing yourself. That could be a bed if you want it to be like rest and recovery, sleep. That could be, like the little first aid sign. That could be a garden because it's spending out time in nature. That could be anything that feels right to you. That could be a wolf, take care of your needs. Hibernate, be in winter. Whatever that feels like, a little snowflake, be in winter. Whatever resonates to you, this is that take care of yourself energy. And I would love to hear from you about that. If that feels like this has been called for a long time. The signs are so obvious, and I'm going to write about it. I'm going to think about it. Maybe I'm going to even do it. And I'd love to also hear about your experience with this person and how you feel about that. Woo! Yeah. Subscribe. Love this video, please. Oh my goodness. I am sending you so much love, and I'm sending you so much light. I'm sending you every good, beautiful thing. And I'm sending you so much rest, so much recovery, so much time valuing yourself, nurturing you, and taking care of you. Mwah. Until I see you very, very soon. Mwah. Yeah.